We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the LA Chargers. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They started on the ground with Eckler. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Great beginning there under the bright lights of prime time.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. Flush to his right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 1. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And shedding the tackle, and now, and I think the ball's out. A great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. Touchdown, Jets! Corey Davis from 3 yards out. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Crowd right. 5-9.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 2nd down, Eckler, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. From the 50, here's Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And now off to the races, down the right side. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 54 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Zerline good with a PAT. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Herbert now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard. We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New York Jets. Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. Now Isaiah Pacheco going to bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And Mahomes going to put it up right away. That's complete to Tony. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scrambler that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive. This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the New York Jets and themselves. Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Mecole Hardman. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Jets. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is the offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. Down the right sideline. He's across midfield. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 71 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. His pass out wide to Hall. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Give to Hall running right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He finds Wilson. That's good for 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one.
I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 4th and 1. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll go again with Hall.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And able to find Alan Lazard. The Jets are going to use the first of their